Hello and welcome. You're watching dbmnTv. This is Abigail R. Karmalim bringing you the news and events from Meghalaya. Here are the headlines for today. Himanta to meet with Conrad on the 24th May to settle terms. Sit-in demonstration begins. VPP turns words into action. Fishery office functions without staff and officers. And hospital in a dilapidated state. Bakmara NGOs disappointed. And now the news in detail. As the tension builds between the people in Khanduli, Meghalaya is not ignorant of the severity of the situation. The government took an initiative by making a decision to meet and come to terms with the Assam government. Regarding the tension that ignited and still continues in Khanduli in the past few weeks between people from West Janta Hills and people from Karbi Anglong, the Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma informed that he is preparing to meet with the Chief Minister of Assam, Himanta B. Sharma, on the 24th May to discuss on the border issue. People are to stay put and maintain peace and cooperation in the society.
This is precisely the reason why the talks are necessary. This is precisely the reason why we need to find a solution. So the only way to ensure that this kind of incidents don't occur in the future is to find a solution and to be able to find permanent peace in these areas. The Honorable Chief Minister of Assam and myself and the committee members are expected to meet on the 24th of this month. So that will be the first meeting that may take place in Guwahati. We are still waiting for full confirmation, but tentatively, both of us have agreed. The logistics are being worked out. And if everything falls into place, we are expected to meet on the 24th of this month, post which we have already decided that we will visit both the Block 1, Block 2 area jointly to send a message of confidence, a message of peace, and a message of restraint from both sides, including administration. And these are the steps and measures that we're taking. But as I said that, yes, incidents are happening. We are very concerned about them and they should not. We appeal for peace and harmony in these areas. But ultimately, in order to ensure that we are able to find permanent peace there, the solution to this border issue is the only way forward. Yeah, so many incidents are happening. Many actions are being taken from both sides which are not going too well with the other side. And hence, the confidence building step and exercise of both the chief ministers going to these locations is precisely with that objective. To build up the confidence, as I said, to send a positive message of peace and also the serious message that we want the solution to happen. And also to ensure that we ask the different administrations to restrain from any kind of such activity which would further instigate the situation.
4 VPP MLAs Arden Basayamot, Bright Starwell Marbanyang, Adalbert Nongrum and Heaving Stone Kharpran began the sit-in demonstration in the parking lot outside the additional secretariat. With the 4 leaders leading, the public followed by joining in for the protest against the ignorance of the government regarding the demands presented by the VPP. VPP leaders encouraged the youth to come forward and be vocal on one's opinion for the future to bring employment opportunities and a stable job. VPP leaders exclaimed, "This protest is for you, the youths, for your future and for employment opportunities. To seek refuge only in social media will not open doors to a brighter future. March forward and don't hesitate to demand your right," they added.
Jong kita ki partner lani ki perlok ki betrelang hagane ka sorka. Balai ki sedang menera tai na duk mentagasmi. Lasai ban lasismi. Pan pensno tho bakla baga jeki jong the VPP kalong ka bamdon nongre. Tanoi ka deka kamram jungi panya tho ya pi iwei pewe baga jeki ka ji kalong ka babek ka don nongre. Pat ka bamdon Jing perhaps new do kumoy pa. Naro gasni ka baningtong yang bangim kwa bangim to ya ka hop jong kiway. Hendring ya kun ban yo pat ya ka la ka jong ka hop. Kata ka de ka bangini kwa ban prensha. Menta kilas no to bagani ka jeki kelas nang ban klan. Ka basno pala ka dong wat kita ki Emily yang persya ki badan hakaway pa ka party ki sedang ban Pinsno bak banle asyong shit kum kita kinomi kmat ba kamlong ka bade namar kala banwanra ya ka jingep her jingmut hapring ar ki jet riu kini ki porok ki don pat ti menta ki sang ban puli kyong em namar kini ki tat ya kini ki pos ki karo kanang ban kompensate ka bamut ban kli ya ka to ka bangi kamla ban pendap terapiat la pimpan kalai kani ka reservation mo ngim dan lenti banyaki dan kam namar kata-kata ba ban pendek temai yang ada reservation bagari melangkat kum ke jindon pat tolera kita pendek temai ke kum ke jindon pat karena ban stang neduk menta batkan sabek kata kapha thungkam namar ngirong ke jongki kini ki parang impre batkan kum ke polisi jong ke 1972 kasya ban thep ya ki kam kiba kini ki para jungi kimla Lanamla lawan tep bagi kasih gini. Tikum no mentau pin kali ya kata nado nang tai kata ru kadi ka babagala. Kata ru kadi ka babagala. Namar kata kata nganget bagi tu ki balik sega jingalang kaba ka sarkar ka khot kenda snow to shine but don't come back ban pin kala ya ka reservation policy. Kabala no Shillong tekan once kani ka roster menta kaba pin clear lingba kata ka compensatory policy kaba pin wanra ngempediang dalam nene kumno mendan compensate ya kai kaba kikran bagla naga jing bagla jong jing sanjur jong pi sanpoi sinem menshwa pin sitam mi kikna awat kam jungi menta ngai kama balong pendek kabha jungi kadai kabha jungi kabha jungi kadai kabha jungi katakan kadai ke jing batai pensyai ya gitu ki kot kenang ya kani ban penkan ya di kenang deladan kata ke all party meeting kin sater ya BBP pet ani kat ne khasi pet ugaro don tang ani ya kinong kata ke dia bujengki ring yong ngin stang ban pendek ya kani kapha kalong Shillong kano Shillong kambyang kat kong bejing don pat namar kata-kata kan sami ke jinge habaga kot kapha ban pentrigam ya ka roster ka ban streamline ya ka rukam thungkam kat kum ka policy malathau tilada phim pendek ya ka policy ngimla ban ya khon ya ka roster ka dei tang ka system no ka baki kwa ban wanra ban pentrigam kat kum ka policy today namar kata-kata ni juang na do ka mingkong bani we have no problem with the roster but the problem originate from the reservation policy. Katakan kabangi kwa paro bangin syai. Bay namar kani ka jingdon pat. Ngitam mengi khatlai khatsau khatsan khatnyo khatra persen. Haga jingdon pat. Kumno hapor ba pha kampat mbha markat ju. Hato kam shong hok ka jingdon ajungi. Hato kata ki ai khubor te hana. Badis ko kya hana. Kita ginong ngelam jungi ni. Ba kelas dan KM yang kajian ini. Kamu mau jinge sama tu jinge. Kiban syakta hakani kajing pendek, lani kani kajing trigam juga roster kat kong ka present policy o kamlong yaki bagian keren. KM kaseng le no shunu semua kia kiseng rulung jinge. O kipat ba. Ladaki kena rai nado kasni lingkong, bat kimpo ban keren. Ya kani ka isu namar ba kalong sensitive lara day mangi ka PPP ngin boycott kita all party meeting bangile siya kata ko all party meeting naman ngin ko ati ban keren dalim dana balay menta party ko namar tipet leer mentate ngatray kinong adem ilong lara kalong kumtu kipet aku tugas ni nekong bon ICT kyo ta kalong kumtu te kimyo jingkersan ngatray mentate ki score jongki kilenep kamlong ya keren bah namar bale lada job aga jingele kin song ngiru lada grande hapo ko all party meeting ngiru lada grande ndai to barden ndai to PPP o kipat babe nyempa burom tambah ke ke bangila clay ke jubalak haga bor bangilap election abangi pani ke jingkersan upat ba ngin persang banyakon away hadin away kata kare katong go jing Langi dan tang kinyak, langi dan tang kano kanuru. Yin pendat ya ka kamram kajongi kabangi debat pendat. Katakanong kajin pensyai kabanganga kwa baparo na preng jupi pleng pin sngotho. Awat ka all India ka polisi jo ka sarkar India haparo ka wegari pleng ki pensyong nung nemda ka jingdon pa. Habaki pha ya kata ka kam ka jam. Ngiru hangi ngi deban shim da kata ka sinjam. Ban pha kat kum ka jingdon. Bat lara ka sarkar hi ka shimkhya ka smokhya bat ka smotho pagadai kata ka linti. Kala ban pendet ia kini ke kam kanum don padu kecing.
MLA Rupa M. Marak on the 17th May paid a surprise visit to Fishery Office and found the absence of officers and staff in the office. MLA Rupa M. Marak, who had inquired the office during his visit to Dadingre, said that he inspected the office after receiving many complaints from the people, and thankfully he witnessed the condition of the office to be exactly as described. He demanded that officers must attend the office and should stay in Dadingre itself to benefit the ones in need. He also said that he will continue his visit to other offices to ensure the sincerity of the staff and work with dedication, which in turn will help to run the office smoothly and will be beneficial to people of the area. He also further stated that he also wants to interact with the office staff, but there is no one present in the office except one chowkidar. He had already informed to DC Jagdish Chelani about the matter and requested the DC to look into the matter and take stern actions.
Kam ka aniran tikung jangan gepa ye katarang kaket ungama unja warang ko ba basa ko visit ka imna surprise visit rang ko takye mangna nianggen kam ka tikung na kita nanggen mana public na dangdik na so mang dongina aro public na dangdik na apa nanggen
ye Dadingre ni fishery office ko na dal Dadingre ni local MLA Rupa M. Marak visit ka banya dekimna yan office ni obostha rande inne kirang donge cartoon rang ko se ya fishery office ni chokidar mama saksasan dongainga tarang officer bar iba dongja nibo you know neke aro ya office ni mai barang ko banchung daun yang na nibo sera bira mamungan dongja 이거 이 토일렛 fishery office ni mamung obostan dongja serabera karenba dongja chiba dongja bang sajo mamungan dongja ha office ora karenba dongja chiba dongja dausan dongja ma
내시 갱엔 내게 존 칸에는
nangni jon kaching dongja
존 칸자 안노 쿨리는 치대 동자 카렌바 동자
maman aw betul rusin on kole no jon kachung
아 고글 보수 동자
bersi kolrang jok nangni jon kaching karenba dongja
동자
chiba dongja
지바 동자 오늘 안 리베면 쿨리아가 각자 오늘 shumende 아 막마르 동무도 님이 오피스 쿨리 그자로
dal na mandirang ni complain ko manne Dadingre ni fishery office na dal visit ka ni ko bakka ha unan dal ba ting officer dongki japan karo office se obostan dongja akan cha rara sajok jong cha rara sajok aro khobor ko manani kita de salanti mandirang ribai mangna dengthana sang fishery ni kamrang ni gemen golfona kita ribo mong ba yano dongki jani ko mong ka ha nege mang na complain ko na ha liga tang personally dalde ribai ni ha mena ya ko sandina kita nang chong mota ya ko sandi jagin simu ode sini area ni mandirang sila biap surat isi angin na bionin biar daw kam kaingaw si ang nagtana so yano dadingon ya office biar function kaingaw ngode dading ni mandirang area ni mandirang tarak pati aro altuai iko gorong nagtaman bat kinsem ini muna singa salo ya kubiye longin sugungja ndage mujol yani bidengo nirokan aro altuai iko gorong nagtaman bat kinsem ini muna singa salo ya kubiye longin sugungja ndage mujol yani bidengo nirokan iko dakchina겠다 singa west garus ni disi jagdish telani baksaba golfate ya ko nirogatna겠다 agan dolata ha aro biya yani gumen sanjatani ko dakken aro nirokatani ko dakken aro ya officer dadengun dong kam na겠다 pa nanga jera kore dadengni area ni mandirangni niknegani ko aro kam nanga nirangko niroke kam kana겠다 man gen niwa thangba aganata ha iwo superintendent baksa fishery ni superintendent baksa biya golfat ken aganinga nina medak kapa jakuku dia haida anjingni baya area ni mandirangni chungnikani kita ungjang intimode tingsa kapa jakurangko haida gangna nanga uba gakna badunga
dal fishery office ko visit khaba hande kemna inun amkron tangchin daung obostan ko kahmo lekemna na ya fishery office ni gaman mukron tangchin kangin ba ya serani gaman thalat tanga hande kemna dao kapan office rangoba option dakin public rani complaint rangko nuksuinga yani bidungo maikoba thalat tanggen ma sir
we daoba ya fishery office ko ba public ni complaint ni gaman ibai niya daging ibai nion kamti gong gizani ko officer ni ibai gizani ko dal mukron tangchin kaban kanga ha yung iya mandirang na blongin ning nekani ko na officer thang ibai ni yano namni kam kana na ga ka aro dao ni singa gata dengthang dengthang office rang ba kam ka anirang tikung jengan gapa ye katarang kaket ungama uja warang ko ba basa ko visit ka imna surprise visit rang ko dakye mangna nianggen kam ka tikung na gata nanggen mana public na dangduk na so mang dongina aro public na dangduk na nangapa nanggen angni mijarang wa kana gata sombaru ni school baru na kam kana nanggen kira ko de chila biar rang ni ribak ba public rang ba umang ko office kam ka barang ko manni antang thang ni kam ko chisokat na gata mangen chela.
The NGOs of Bakmara zone strongly protested against unmet demands of the revamp of Bakmara Civil Hospital. The NGO stated that the condition of the hospital was not only dilapidated but also unhygienic, and these had to be upgraded to ensure better function. The roof of the hospital is in a pathetic state and needs immediate renovation. The hospital is exposed when various NGOs conducted a surprise inspection of the hospital and found that their earlier demands for a facelift of the Bakmara Civil Hospital have not been met. Therefore, the NGO strongly demanded the authorities to look into the matter and consider changes in the hospital. If the government do not respond to their demands, they will continue to protest in various forms, threatened the ADE president.
Civil Hospital Bakmara ko kapa gatal ka ko building ko ni ba dalian nga GSU ni kita haro FKJGP ni donga yung NGCO ni secretary donga haro AYW mo AYW ni nga apsan nangrme aro dentang thang NGO rang san nangrme ya hospital ka ko ni ba cham patang bang sal sumai raw ning nga ya ko check ni gisepon nga condition nang ko kha ni gisepon bang complaint rang ko mana una ni ne bo nga condition nang ko chung nekja barang nak nga complaint ba ka cham ding ba 많이 기저 엄마 그럴까야? 아로 나오 르까니 기세번 나오 르까 맞춰 또 한번 이네 뭐라? 나오 크랙 옹아랑 거 청하다 하 아로 야 크랙 옹아니라 물론엔 증이 르까니 어디 증아 구시 옹넉저죠? 왜냐면 증아 능탕문사 금목 엔지오니 그따 야고 나오 컨뎀 카야 가나 땡아 마이나 야 느끼 호스피탈 르키 옹아니 거 증나 낭넉자 마이나 인데나린 증이 그창 호스피탈 랑바 남저죠? 마나 노크랑 셀라 일렉트리피케이션랑 가렌랑 팬랑 너목니 일단 셀라 남자 와니 아셀다 오 증아 방안 베스낭 랭가니 거 맞네가 오 맞든 수마요 다오 야 딸고 만나니 면 증아 구시 와첨 되면 이거 봐 남매 컨트랙터랑 자 이거만 야 컨트랙터고 제봉 지나 야 컨트랙터고 차대 액션을 하고 나니까 바로 야 컨트랙터고 블랙리스트 하고 나니까 이게 증아 정탕 연주니 그따다 오 증아 야고 간뎀 파야가니가 바로 야 르까니 거 증아 namen rakyat jaga imba cha gronggen aro manar pet ya ho chuna name thari on china ne cha diman ka Kela.
Kemang ini bakmare ini unit Presbyterian wa. Deke mung singa batang pa bersio. Absan deke jema absan deke singa inspection kana ba hospital ko hospital ni keman ya new construct hospital ni keman ba singa inor kani biya kong jachim wo baksa checham andi ba warang ko singa khandem pa mong ba inon playa daw ya ko tal ke no yong ba dawan conditional 중자니 그만 중자에 뭐 그거랑 치징아 하는 게면 와 다우 증리 전만이 목소만이 이제 제가 제 컨트랙터란 야고 컨스트럭션 와고 마 컨트랙터로니 거기고 블랙리스트 가칸나 증아 디만 가야 아로 증아 등탕 오피서랑 치비아리 양에 증아 그런겐 이렇게 다우 증리 호스피탈 같은데 오버스탄 동상자죠 미자 왔던 거 소모가 증아 wa hospital kecam nokring silga parangko letrinam gija parangko tengah video kai median apa matang apa bersio apa bata lekin napsan lekin dawa ya muksumani sini muksumani dia hospital ketal ko namme terkio pelcina gija parangko tengah video kai median apa matang apa bersio apa bata lekin napsan lekin dawa ya muksumani sini muksumani dia hospital ketal ko namme terkio pelcina terkio thai karena ini tengah dimangka
anga bakmara southern zone ni FKGC ni jaga sektor di kita lu senga ya sani bako senga ya bakmara civil hospital ni bae maka bangsa inspection aku kah ya inspection tadi yo senga ya getal construction sian medical ni ingko yang pasang obat senga bae inspection kah yang aku tak kah kalau sengaja masuk tani semua mungkin semua orang sengaja event inspection kaingon, eno nam going kam kani orang namen sumja, craig wani orang pun namen nak ketemu na, ya namen contractor ni, aro eno kaing pun mystery, aro jadi ni engineer, yang ni kam nam jadi actually orang wani sengaja masuk semua ta, ni mungkin sengaja jadi ya contractor, edis yes moment, sengaja bikwa kalat tengah, sengaja bakmar ni orang sengaja bikwa kena kalat tengah. Ya jekon bakmar au construction ka SM yang noko namme chungwa kata semenang ko chungwa kata itarang ko ne amchingang ko ne noko namme thari sina chinga diman ka au ya ko kena sak jagin chim ode au namme thari jagin chim ode chinga ding thang officer ko igrungwe aro ding thang ding je tani ko takken mena ya de bakmar ni fu fartiwa au ya nakba scheme dak bo construction nang aro bagian jagan iku chinga kan sona sama joni mu chinga je ba ya ko chinga na make na ko na mu chumota aro chinga ko rak gena kana aro
SSA teachers under the shade of Meghalaya Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan Schools Association met in a meeting with the Minister of Education R.A. Sangma to remind the minister on the issues that had been mentioned in the past few years which was left pending, and also to remind the government on the demand that the state budget should be increased in order to increase the budget for teachers. Speaking to the media persons, the leader of the teachers, Aristotle Rimbai, who is also the president of the union, exclaimed that the meeting was a peaceful and a successful one, and they have received assurance from the minister to transfer the salary of teachers from the SIMA account directly to their personal bank account.
Ini ya kendung darsni kalau hakapai daibatkan nega bakin konstitusi no ya chairman jangka nega State Education Commission berkunjung di Presbyterian. Tidak kalian jumpa ba ka search committee minta kalaya syachai banwa iki beriu ke biang naman ta bantu ko chairman jangka nega commission berkunjung ya kituki members. Mana kalian jumpa kerpat biang ini banin ya sya kerba kalian jumpa ko mereka claim song klikti ne kalong kadang don hakalenti ka search committee kale ka jangka kamram tu bersul musa review hakapai daibatkan ni ya ka search committee kalale te kabakadu kabangi discuss hakapai daibatkan ni ka kini ki vacant post mo haki school SSA kamba pila TP minta almost 2 years kini ki school SSA bon kini ki school SSA kilong without teachers mo the student have suffer a lot te menta na kaliang jongi bentip hangi ba ka kani bakin identify ya ki school with less enrollment dan ki zero enrollment school ka ya syachai menta dei banle ya kan ka rationalize school ka ya syachai menta tiong ka government ka nan work out menta kuno ban solve ya kan ka issue jo ki bakin post tiong yang iba ka government kadang perkat menta ba kala ban hadin bakala ban identify ya kita ki school kita ki single digit school ni ki zero enrollment ni kita ki school ki ba bun ki enrollment hadin bakala identify kala ban grant permission to ki school who are really deserve to appoint teachers, to appoint those teachers who are vacant in the respective school. And for those school who have zero enrollment or less enrollment, the government will take a call or what decision shall be done. Kata kalau kaba nakali yang jung discuss mani education minister. Kendo jungi padi education minister sa kami sama kalong ba ngi boden lor kito ki mat barang sa teng jungi. Kabalong kong hingiwan taksi kalong ban ai kublai kerpang ye kamtam ya kecing simkhia jungi ban pentrai kam ya ka ban transfer ya ka tulok jungi na ka account jong ka simam syaka account jong kino hikai directly kumba pila TV na 2018 ila dawa ya kani but we commend kumpulan ka SSE ba hakani ka sarkar ka minta MDE2 under the ministership of Sarki Arakam is Sangma Education Minister. Kila simkia ya kani but kila pentrekam ya kani ka manpa ya katulok jungi syaka account jong kino hikai directly na dobu January onwards kata day number 1 kabaar pad ni one ban follow up akabai day bat katul ka demands ke jongi bangin ba ka state ka pan bush sibon ka budget hapo jong ka state budget na benta jong kinong hikai SSA kadang bangin ong ya kendo jinge so kumbangi kendo kini ki pot balde akabai day bat ka issue jong ka salary tingin sum komen menta na kaliang jong education minister da pentip yang iba na kaliang jong ka department kila dep shim ya ka takarai ba nani shikman kinong hikai kim de shu pani kendo jinge akabai day bat ka salary kila ada pula ya ka arrangement ka by day barkane but ila penting bro yang iba probably la kono ka first installment na government of India kan one how panai June last week June the first week July te halor jong kane kat pakirang ab ya kane ka first installment side by side kila ada pula ka arrangement na ka state government but soon probably by next week yung ba ya ka salary jong panai match kin pelai no mental jong ki no hikai SSA Baar jungi bar education minister angisnya ba kalong productive meeting namar ba nakalian jungi la batai yang isibunya kai ka ba nakalian jung government kala shim steps mo de kidon ki benda ke ba ni patlong bangin ya tu epi hong ka patlong markan the process ka pate ni bangin tu epi de kalong ka meeting kalong very productive meeting useful
Nongpo MLA Mirul Bond's aim on the 17 May inaugurated 3 improvisation in Umlakar Presbyterian School, including renovated classrooms sanctioned by the SRWP scheme, toilets and playground sanctioned by the 15 Finance Commission of KHATC. Present in the occasion includes Balajit Rani MDC Nongpo, Raju Rizal Block Mission Coordinator, Dipen Mansingh Chairman School Managing Committee, Royas Madur Village Headman Umlakar, teachers, parents, residents of Umlakar and school students. As a reminder, the school was established in the year 1999 and the pace of development in education is rapid with the presence of teachers and students. Umlakar Presbyterian Secondary School served for 24 years and in the year 2024 it will celebrate its silver jubilee.
SSA ka LP Batka UP SSA ang secondary rangi na ka managing committee patron School SSA hai ke por ke momenshwa kidon gijingarap na ka benta banyo ai school building bat kani bahangir la juyo ai gijingarap school building classroom bat isukumen balma jong ka SSA kawai na ki mission jong ka sarkar pren bat tintiu ya ka puli ka puthi ka school ka jong hangir ka ayo sibun gijingarap hai por ka balaga ka bagan thubru ya gitu ki bai ba rajui la panrakti mene ya ki hep ke bere free uniform free textbook bat ka midday meal tum chang we obam ini ki komponen apo jong ka SSA bat ngi scam ba agriya jong ka por kidan shibun ki school menta ki ba shem jing ni sumpu ya kata Sarkar pering mentah lada ki nahikai SSA ki chongkhat no lada ki ino no Kim Ju Thung to you with my name. Magandang Hagalti ban rationalize. Magidan ki school ki bawdan kena jo. Single digit ikon. Ki kesorkar pedeng gadan daga budget ban penang kerpang lem bagi jingken ba habasiu ya gatulok jong ki nong hikai. Kadai bandan kejimot habasiu. Kat kum ga ratio ga proportion ga bandan uwe nong hikai lai pungut ki kena school. Ki dan ki school ki pengresiam dalade mende bugi kena ya no kali ke jing sisa. Ki dan ki school. Kiba kinohikai kidan armut kinohikai ada LP section ikna school kidan tang niyawon kidan shipomon sanmon kan armut arpumon dalape ada yudais kila pau tu per kesorkar pedeng gong kumnongin nang aisu kejing kersan komni temlong kata keren in general dan keren di school ki benunai ke enrollment. Kalau pelong maupun ki managing committee benda ki wan mi ki ong te la resign dong kai la chong thai jile thumur ki gut mai kita de kata barabor haba ka sarkar ka pulut jadi benda ni jingi jadi benda toy la ko tai bobun ki bala jadi kadang-kadang hagalinti ini rationalization ni ki kai kadang-kadang hagalinti benda maka kita shibun ki school SSA bukan part fill up ya kitu ki vacancy wa ban thung no Wah, kan pendek bagi orang hikai kita school kita dulu. Dan dari hawalapek ia data, di statement kapau hantu ba kimdon sibun kisengin. Jadi ini kun dijingkran berada di donpat ki school, ki bompat yo kejingram. Dari ki kena kibun, kidon kibun kejar. Empat rung SSA, lagi dari LP, dari UP, lagi rung ke LP, ke UP, parung lagi rung UP, LP perumbat komputer. Dari kena kila pun enrollment dari spa spa. Jadi entah kenapa kadang-kadang habiliti yang dijingkran kemelawan permandur. Nah kementah juga ni. But kui department kadang-kadang defisit kidan, ki ad hoc kidan. Sampai ke sekolah ni dengan bakalan di defisit kemudian ke sekolah. Kawan kalian ke sorkar suki atau pe kilat kilanti. Kamu nggak besok ya sorkar manta ban shim baru banirap government LP school ngidan SSA ngidan ad hoc ngidan di deficit pun ki jingkla agi college kamtam ngidan shibun ki jingkit ki bakia ya ki higher secondary ki pattern bila fair haga ni education policy ko semai menta in shibun ki jingkla ki banangwan bangi haban Teri rengkat. Jadi kita katahu kumki nong hikai ki pa di school ki nong elam ha managing committee. Nah kalian itu ni gindan rengkat pergi la kutaban budin ban pet ban pertikana ba kini ki baro kinlong in place bagi orang vaksin paren. Putar ya ka silver jubilee celebration masrai na kalian itu in hab ban plan ban perkhat hangin ban rengkat tapi kum ke school ni dari rakhe gitu tam ada dingap arfan skan dan yei kaban sa ding mau na kaban ta jong ke school ni tingin dan rengkat ni kinong chong ko lakar jong ko maul kedeng di perang chong di ai kajing I ko kerpang bukai tengah mesti merlin ya ngan dan hasenda ni na kaban ta ban pek ban ni ya kejindon kam na kabantajan pi ha kabadi bat kui kimat kiba ngidon kam kum kalinti kesekin umbam undi kot kekhia ke puli ke puti ini kiba rengkat gidi basic needs kiba kum kinong ki patba ni.
The Cabinet of Ministers on the 17th May discussed on a lot of urgent issues which includes to rename the Lady Hydri Park into Pan Long Light Park. The Cabinet also discussed on the reservation policy and regarding the negotiation with HNLC.
We have also passed the decision to rename Lady Hydri Park to Kapan Nonglait Park. This again was a decision which was taken a very long time back, and this has been again going up and down because of administrative complications that took place earlier. But we have finally today cleared this proposal and the renaming of Lady Highbury Park to Kapan Nonglet Park was decided today. We have also decided today to enhance the cash grant to recipients of gallantry and distinguished award winners of the Army, Navy and Air Force personnel of the state of Meghalaya. The proposal also knew another proposal, which was the rules of the Waqf Board rules 2023. These have also been cleared today by the cabinet, and a detailed discussion took place on this aspect also. We have also cleared the Meghalaya state policy on construction and demolition, where the construction and demolition waste, which was not properly being managed, the government has come out with a policy where it will make it mandatory to ensure that these wastes that are generated by construction and demolition will be handled in a proper manner. Then we also had two informal items, I'm sorry, not just one. First was we have informed the cabinet today, and we'd like to inform everybody that meeting was there that took place in the last few days. In fact, it took place yesterday, where the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister has had an informal meeting, and we in this meeting with the HNLC, where the Political Secretary, Vice Chairman, Executive members were present, and the interlocutor was also present, and it was decided and formally communicated that the formal talks with the HNLC will start in the first week of June. The last topic which was discussed informally was the presentation on the reservation and the roster system, and a detailed presentation was given to the cabinet today, and after seeing the presentation, the cabinet was satisfied with the presentation and the details, and a few clarifications that were made, and unanimously now we have agreed on moving forward, and tomorrow the detailed same presentation will be made to the MDA components, and thereafter the same presentation will be made to the all parties, and in about a week or 10 days later, once we are able to communicate to all different stakeholders from throughout the state, we will be having a meeting with the stakeholders also, which includes NGOs, religious organizations, different social groups, and other stakeholders. So that is a fourth meeting which will take place after about a week or about 10 days later.
Scientific-based approach are being used in all-round activities for maximum results. Such approaches are being used into agriculture as well. On the 17th May, the Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma inspected the new scientific approach used to produce quality potatoes into a potato farm at Khasinews, Shillong, in the presence of Ampreen Lingdor and other in charge.
Pinkish flower.
Right.
Two varieties we got as the time, and from here that is G3 that they are giving to us. Here we have G0, and here we are getting, last year we are getting G3. The production is quite huge. Difference is very huge. And then on the other side we have the older generation production.
That side,
no, there,
fence.
that
Oh,
grass,
last
the
grass, but yeah.
grass at the bottom.
No, here just before the tree.
Last year we have really a good size.
Okay. So if you can put that technology into this.
It cooks well. I mean, very quickly.
Very easily we can cook this one. And another variety, because this is the end of other variety and this is the starting point of this variety. So I'm having here both. This is tasty. The local, we really enjoy the local people here.
So many of them, see?
But
Small
this
size.
is not so bad. But then again, production is less. I mean, in terms of size. So these are the ones which we really want to. That is with the bad condition, bad weather here.
Oh wow, so many.
Last year it was good. So last year, if this 8 here, 8, 10, 12 like that we are getting. So with this last year we are having bigger size of one tuber because of good weather condition. But this time we are not having good weather condition, lack of water, so we are having this smaller size. And that older generation is of this size. So that is the pathetic condition with the lack of water supply.
Sir, want to try?
At G0 we are getting better production.
So your family, as you've been mentioning to sir, that has been into potato cultivation for years.
Yes, yes.
So with this new variety, how?
No. This is the first try.
No, I understood. So with the old variety, what difference do you see in this new variety in terms of production, in terms of which you're expecting the market?
That's not only the production is different.
So basically this is very high yielding
Yeah,
variety. Okay, thank you. Maybe.
Should I start?
Yeah.
Okay. So regarding this demo trial, which we got last year in 2022, we got 150 kgs as potato seeds for Jyoti and another 150 for Himalani. And from there we find that the production is a good amount. And we compare the production of the previous Jyoti, older generation Jyoti, production tuber is very less. And with this G3, this is G3, this G3 production is higher. And that is why we feel very encouraged to have this CIP working here along with MBMA, that we have this G0, which is very, very strongest we can say, compared to this G0 or G3, G4, G5. And we can find there, we have another part of the plantation, which is, we don't know, G50, G100 or something like that, older generation, whose production now is very, very low. And we can see here we have that older generation, we have the medium generation, and we have the first generation as well.
So basically you're trying to say that the variety
We
which was given by the MBDA has high yielding variety.
Yield is very high. And that is why we need the support of CIP and with the help of MBMA, because they really connect us to the right source in this right place.
So basically you're trying to say that the variety which was given by the MBDA has high yielding variety.
Yield is very high. And that is why we need the support of CIP and with the help of MBMA, because they really connect us to the right source in this right place. So this is what we really appreciate MBMA along with CIP and along with the local authorities as well.
You were mentioning about that you can sell one tuber for 20 rupees and not in kgs. What is this calculation?
See, that is in terms of seedlings. Because for consumption, we are selling in kgs. That is for consumption, for cooking. But then for planting or for the seed, we are not able to sell in terms of kgs because production of ARC is quite less in terms of numbers. From that ARC that we planted over here in the net house, the yield from per ARC, it is around 3 to 5 tubers. So in that case, we will not be able to sell in terms of kgs. Production is less at the time of ARC. But it is encouraged because from ARC we get to G0, first generation. And then at G0 we are getting better production.
So your family, as you've been mentioning to sir, that has been into potato cultivation for years.
Yes.
So with this new variety, how?
No. This is the first try.
I talk about how they have seen the change that's taking place. So this is a great example of how if we can bring in technology, how we could improve the overall life of the farmers and overall increase the productivity and work towards increasing the income of the farmers at the grassroots level. So this is something that we want to do. We would like to see that in the coming years, Meghalaya should be a leading producer of seeds in terms of potato and other seeds also. And we should be having enough production of potatoes and other areas also for ourselves. And hopefully in the coming years, we will see Meghalaya becoming one of the production houses or producing states for seeds, so that we can start exporting it to neighboring states and to the rest of the country. So with that target and with that vision, this work is going on, and I'm very happy to see the outcome, and we will continue to support this project so that we are able to help more and more of our farmers in our state. Thank you. Kedemkla IVCS, and we are discussing and talking to the farmers on how we have been able to kind of bring in a more scientific approach to the entire cultivation of potatoes, and how the scientific method has ultimately led to better quantity and better quality of overall production. And we are working closely with the farmers. We have seen the difference that is coming up, and we feel strongly that this particular project can be expanded further to be able to provide more benefit to more farmers. And with this, the kind of concept that we're going, that in Meghalaya itself we have a shortage in terms of the supply of whether the seeds that we require, and even the production of potatoes. So we have seen that this gap can easily be filled if we are able to work in a more scientific manner. And this is a great living example of how the change is taking place. And we spoke to the farmers, and you have also heard the farmers talk about how they have seen the change that's taking place. So this is a great example of how, if we can bring in technology, how we could improve the overall life of the farmers and overall increase the productivity and work towards increasing the income of the farmers at the grassroots level.
So viewers, with that we have come to the end of today's edition. Till we meet again, thank you for joining us.